Ayo, what up, Steven the Visualizer? Haven't made a video in a while as the other series ended, but I was just inspired to make a video today to help people with self improvement topic that has bore a lot of fruit in my life recently, and that I think is misunderstood or not known by a lot of people, and that is the topic of hypnosis therapy. So I was talking to my best friend the other day about this and just how impactful it's been on my life. And all he really knew about it was stuff from the movies, like classic movies where they like hypnotize you with the watch or whatever, and then like they control you. And we kind of went off on a tangent about that for a while. And I think, that stuff is definitely true. There are people who are very well versed in that type of technique, and I've seen it for entertainment purposes, and then also it can, I think, make big differences in helping people deal with certain things. Um, the stuff that I've been doing is less serious than that. It's stuff that you can do at home on your own, and just wanted to share that with you today. So, um, again, I've been on this kind of self improvement kick for, I don't know, almost like probably the big part of this year. Just kind of started mentally, and then it got down to like, okay, physically, I want to like get in shape and get in better health and eat better, and it's just been kind of constant. And then also my spiritual growth has come along, and during this time, I did a lot of reflection, looking inward. And as I talked about in previous videos, the importance of kind of figuring out who you are, what you like, what you don't like about yourself, and setting kind of goals to take action to improve. Because if you don't do anything, nothing's going to change. And if you're happy with your life, then you're one of the few. I'm happy for you. But if you're here today, maybe the topic intrigues you, as it did me. I had no idea what this stuff was, but I had an inspired thought back in August or September after my life changed, when God became a bigger part of it, and this was a direction I was pointed at to get some help. There were a lot of things that I didn't like about myself, from very small things to very large kind of personality flaws, and um, I was looking for solutions, and a lot of times, especially recently, since my increase in faith, these solutions have come to me in signs and inspired thoughts, and I was directed to a website that's called hypnosisdownloads.com. I'm not sponsored by this place. I'm not sponsored by anybody at this point. It's just me kind of giving you stuff that's worked for me. But um, I was first directed there because I had a bunch of small things on my list that were bothering me, and a lot of them could really be like described as bad habits. One of the first things that I went there looking for was basically, I've had this kind of anxious, boring, when I get anxiety or when I get bored, forever, I've always bit my fingernails as like a coping thing. And I just that never liked like the feeling of them being long. It just always bothered me. So it was like daily, or every other day, forever, for as long as I can go back. Always bit my fingernails, and that shit is just immature. Like, it's unsightly, and then your nails kind of look dank after you do that. And I just looked down one day when I was doing my self reflection. I was like, that looks awful, bro. Like, what are you doing? So when I was inspired to look into hypnosis therapy, I think that's like what guided me to this site, was like, how do you like train yourself to like stop biting your nails, or what do you even do to like get started with that? And I went into all this research about how your subconscious kind of impacts a lot of the actions and the thoughts that you take on a given day, and it led me to this website. So let me just talk about what's on the website. So it's called hypnosisdownloads.com. It's not free. The site is free to browse, but they basically, the stuff that I'm using are like basically audio tracks. They're anywhere from like 15 to 30 minutes long. You can do them sitting down or laying down. I usually just lay in bed and then put one on. Um, Whenever you can get away and get some time to yourself and you're not super busy or really focused on anything, like you can't do it when you're driving or else you're liable to like knock yourself out and crash off the side of the road. So, but otherwise, yeah, if you go on there, you can search for whatever you want. I'll just give you a little rundown. If you go on the main page, they have like a bunch of different headings, and I'll just give you a sense of like what's on there, and then I'll tell you about the stuff that I've used. So, kind of going down the line, this is like their list of major kind of like topic headings. So, there are hypnosis therapy options available for relationship help, sexual problems, addiction help, social anxiety, learning help, bad habits, communication skills, depression help, weight loss, self esteem, dealing with grief and loss, healthy eating, parenting skills, personal development, sleep issues, fears and phobias, and relaxation techniques. Sorry. So that's just a few of the headings that kind of caught my eye. There are plenty more. I think there's over 1,200 different audio recordings that they have available. So it's anywhere between $7 and $15 per download. You just have to pay it once, and then you basically can download it locally to wherever you have. I keep them on my phone, and then you can listen to them as much as you want. Some of them have immediately gotten me results, next day results, and some of them, like most of the time when you listen to them at the end, they say like you should listen to them 7 days in a row to get the maximum results. I haven't done that with a lot of them. I'm doing that with one right now, one of my more difficult ones, but the fingernail biting one, the next day I saw immediate differences. I just stopped overnight. Didn't get the itch anymore after 40 years or however long of biting my fingernails overnight. Just fixed that problem. There was another problem I had that I looked into all kinds of medical solutions for. It's kind of embarrassing, but excessive sweating. I used to sweat all the time, just like not even high activity stuff. I would like go to the supermarket and like check out my groceries or whatever and come home and need to take a shower. It was like super embarrassing. I'd just be drenched out of like nothing. And even when I got into like a little bit of better shape, it was still like that. There was actually one for that. And apparently that's something that you can train your subconscious mind to impact how your body works. I did that. Immediately fixed the problem. Like, it's crazy. There were a couple other annoying, more embarrassing bad habits that I did them for, and they've had pretty good success. One of them starting to come back, so I probably need to listen to the course again. Addictions. I talked a little bit at length about how I had been addicted to marijuana gummy edibles earlier this year, and once I realized that that was the case and it was causing me a lot of paranoia and other mental health issues, I used the course on that, kicked that habit, no problem at all. So I know there are plenty of other addictions. There have been things that I've recommended to some of my friends where they've brought up different problems, other kinds of addictions that I won't get into. The one I'm doing right now is really for dealing with my repressed emotions. I talked about this in another video where I have childhood trauma from a bunch of different things, and it's kind of caused me to be hollow or flat and not very emotional over the years, and it's really because my subconscious is trying to protect me from feeling the kind of pain that I went through when I was younger. So I'm trying to undo all that, and that's been a process that I've attacked from a bunch of different angles, but I'm actually seeing some benefits of that now, some big benefits. I've made some real breakthroughs in the past week, so feeling good and feeling hopeful about that. Other ones like self-esteem, getting over the fear of rejection, those have been big problems for me in my life, and I've done some courses on that too. This is not the holy grail that's going to solve all of your problems, but there are things on there that I think this can be helpful. It's been helpful to me, and if you're willing to look into improving yourself. Do a little research on kind of how important your subconscious is and how powerful it is, because I wasn't aware of this. I thought I was super strong mentally and like, you know, willing, I can do whatever I wanted to, but you're so reined in by your beliefs, and everything that your subconscious controls, that you wouldn't believe some of the stuff that's kind of going on under the hood of the car, so to speak. So hypnosisdownloads.com. I'll throw the link in the description. Check it out. If there's something out there, there's a little search bar. Search for something, or if there's something I mentioned that kind of keys into something maybe you'd be interested in, give it a shot, and then let me know, did it work or not for you in the comments. And I guess that's all. I'll talk to y'all again later. Peace.